it's Jai and I'm back with another makeup tutorial. So today I'm doing a prom face and I use my Black Radiance Luminous Oil Dry Oil first, and I just patted that all into her face like really well with the brush. And then I'm going in with the eyebrow pencil. I just outlined her eyebrows because she just had got them waxed or arched, whatever. So I just really outlined them and filled in a little bit of the spaces, but that's it. So as you guys can see, I'm doing her eyebrows with actually like a concealer that was like her actual complexion. At the top I outlined it with her complexion, and at the bottom I outlined it with a lighter concealer because it's just giving the girls like as natural as possible. So I didn't speed up for the eyeshadow part. I put some eyeshadow on her lid. She wanted a nude cut crease with all type of different stuff. Y'all gonna see. It was like my first time doing this look on anybody, but I'm more of a visual artist. I could see something with braids or makeup. I have to see it. If I see it, then I know I could do it, but I just got to see it. So I went in with like a brownish color as a background for the base for this look. Then I'm going in with a paintbrush. This is not a makeup brush. This is a paintbrush. Paintbrush is made for a good cut crease. And you guys can see that I'm dragging this paintbrush across the eye to make a perfect cut crease. And I'm dragging it really slow. You could kind of, I really don't know how to explain how to do a cut crease, except it's just something you know, like I've seen it done so many times at this point. I just know how to do it. But the biggest tip I could give you, which you could see what I'm doing anyway, but the biggest tip I could tell you is to outline your cut crease first. Don't try to outline the cut crease and then drag the concealer down on the part where you're going to put the eyeshadow on. I didn't drag the concealer all the way down to like her eyelashes just because I knew I was going to do a really dramatic eyeliner and I wanted it to be spaced for that. So on top of this, I'm just putting on like a really like light nude eyeshadow just to like, you know, she wanted a new eyeshadow, so I put nude on top of the concealer just to let it like sit really well. To put on the little jewels, I used lip gloss, and I just put the jewels on I just put lip gloss on the jewels to get it to stick to the eyelid. And of course, I did mess up, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody make mistakes, so I'm just showing y'all when I did the eyeliner on the eye that I'm working on now, I did have to go back in with some eyeshadow and just to clean that up. And so I did not record me putting the glitter on the eyeliner part. So y'all, what I did is I took some loose pigment glitter, and I used lip gloss again. I put it on top of the liner part that I drew out, and I just stuck the glitter onto the eyelid. It was really simple. I might do a video later. So now I'm going in, I'm cleaning all of the excess glitter off. You want to get all of that off. So with this step, I'm going in for full coverage, guys. It's best to put the foundation onto the entire face and to buff that out onto the entire face. I used to just put concealer in the parts where the concealer goes, then do that, but now it's like I'm learning. So after I did that, I put the concealer, I placed it on my face, each layer, and then I'm going in with my contour brush and I'm going to contour with bronzer while the concealer sit on her face for a while. So it's best to let it sit a little bit so it won't be as wet when you're trying to blend it out, you know. Before I actually blend it into her face with my contour brush, I do drag it out with a foundation brush first. So a lot of people like to use beauty blenders because they say it like gives a smoother look, but I think as long as you just drag out the concealer, you'll be fine. Like, you don't have to actually use a beauty blender to make the face look like really good and to make it really pop. You just got to know how to use a brush. I'm going in to contour her nose. I wanted a nice contour for her nose just because it was prom and you want it to be like as dramatic as possible, but not too much. So we did contour her nose like really heavy just to give it that popping look. And as I said before, it was prom, y'all, so y'all see she in the back taking pictures. That's our cousin, so yeah. So I'm going in right now with this contour brush, my Real Techniques contour brush, which is the best. And I'm patting the concealer out really well. So you just really want to blend it. It's best to take it towards the nose, right underneath the bronzer that you should have placed on the nose. You want to drag it, and I did not speed this part up at all because I want y'all to see just how tedious, just how long it takes to blend one part. I'm only on one part, and it was taking me that long, and I'm still not done, y'all. Like, this part is very, very tedious. Like, if you don't blend it out right, then that's when you get flashback. That's when you start to look a little like ghosty. That's when like everything that you don't want to happen happens. Like, y'all see, I'm still blending this out, and you still want to make sure when you blended it out that you don't like, you want the bronzer that you put on the face for the contour, you want that part to be like blended as well into the face. You don't want it to look super duper harsh, because right now it's giving the girls too harsh. It's giving like, is it a bruise on her face? Like, it's giving too dark. And I don't even remember what I did, to be honest, to tell y'all. Like, y'all gonna see what I did. I'm gonna tell y'all, explain it, but I don't really know what I did. But this is so essential that y'all just see how long that just took me to really like blend that contour. So I'm putting this setting powder on. You want to put the setting powder onto the face with a very fluffy brush. If y'all can see that brush is like really like it's, the density of the brush is really thin. Like the bristles on it is not together at all. Another essential part is blending off this setting powder. So I do blend it into the face. I dust and I pat it in a little bit into the face, but I also apply the setting powder very lightly. So it's all about how you apply the setting powder. You want to apply it very lightly so it doesn't show. So the best part, I feel like the setting powder does make a difference just because it gives a more like dramatic look. It helps all of those dry spots don't look dry. And like, you see that like she was giving. Before I put the setting powder, before I dusted it off, I did put on blush with a bigger brush. I used to use like a small brush, but I just found a new technique that is best to use like a big fluffy brush, and it looks, y'all see her face, it looks so much better when you use a bigger brush for blush. Like, y'all see the face, it's giving, and I'm not even done and it's giving. Like, how? But I'm going in with a highlighter now. MAC highlighter is my favorite. I had it for years. And when you spray her face, I don't know if y'all could tell, but I sprayed her face twice with setting spray, and I blended that setting spray into her face. If you don't pack that setting spray into the actual face, baby, you're gonna have some mistakes too, because that's the major part. My mama says her favorite part. But that's the look, y'all. I'm done, and it gave. I had to show y'all her prom pictures, a few of them too, because they gave too. She snapped. It gave everything that it needed to give. But thanks for watching.